This painting is inspired by another painting that I did some time ago. You may remember it. It's just a woodland scene, and I wanted to include a little stream running through, which will be partially covered with the trees. So just to help me along, I'm using a little bit of pencil sketch, and like I said, it's a wooded scene, so I'm going to have lots of trees coming in, almost disturbing the view. But yeah, I just wanted to do this scene, and there's something quite nice about trees in the great outdoors. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do for you today. So one thing is just when you're painting more than one tree in a scene, you want to try and get different sizes, different shapes, different width of trees, and it'll just give you more dimension to the painting, more realistic sort of looking. And I don't know whether I'm going to have some sky in this scene, but I just wanted to simplify this one by using as little colour as possible. So I'm just going to... Now, yellow ochre is one of my favourite colours, and I just love the warmth of it. It just helps warm up any scene, and it's my go-to for skies, the sort of first wash of a sky, and just get all these nice colours over the top, and it just gives a nice underpainting for the scene. And I think I'll add a bit of... Let me show you my palette. It's these are M. Graham paints, just squeezed out onto my palette because I use bigger brushes, so you need a bigger surface to mix on. Otherwise you're dipping big brushes into small pans, which don't really work. So I'm just adding various different colours. You see a little bit of red to my yellow ochre. There's a bit of brown there as well, so I'm happy to just mix all these in. And let's get plenty of water. That's one thing, you can either add water at the beginning or add water to your pigment. Still the same destination. So I'm just adding these. So this is the first wash. I'm not too bothered. I want it quite soft. I want it quite soft and muted. So I'm not going for anything punchy just yet. I may keep this one quite subtle with the colours. Obviously, once I've done this first wash, once this first wash is complete, then you can start looking at details and all that sort of thing. And I think I'll add a little bit while the paper's still wet. I'm going to go for a bit of Indian yellow, so nice light colour. And I can go, I don't even know which is the spaces for the trees, but I'll figure that out once I get through this first stage. So just here and there. And it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be going in quite dark tones for the trees, so I can add that once this first stage is done. I can add the darks and really get some nice contrasting tones in there. So I'm just going to wait for this area. Let me pull that down a little bit. So I'm just going to wait for this little stage to dry, and then I can start adding darker tones. So it's really quite a simple sketch, simple painting. So I'm going to try and keep it as loose and as simple as possible. Let's see how I get on. Sometimes it's easier said than done, and I appreciate that. So I'm hopefully going to do a painting that's quite simple and easy, no matter what level you're at. I think we're all on different levels, and hopefully this is something that you can do as a beginner. Just a simple, quick, loose woodland scene. So once I've got my initial first wash, using my bigger tray, my bigger brushes, I'm going now to my other palette, because I want to fine tune things and get more mixing colours, maybe cleaner colours. And so that's what I'm doing here, just a touch of yellow ochre to go over those trees. And one of the important things is, if you want lots of foliage, what I'm doing is just missing a few things, skipping a few areas, and this is intentional because I want to do some sort of foliage and leaves coming across the front of the trees, so you wouldn't see the whole sort of tree trunk. And so that's what I'm doing here. Oh, by the way, it's my birthday today, so if you be so kind as to leave us a comment wishing us happy birthday, I really do appreciate that. And also, if you're liking this video so far, then please do give us a thumbs up and leave any comments that you'd like in the comment section. Even if it's just saying hello, I'd love to read your comments, any feedback, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm 49 years old today, and I didn't think I'd make it this far, but I'm still going, still going, just a little bit of a slower pace. I did have a fall the other last week. I was going to the shop with my son in the dark, and I was going through the churchyard and ended up cruckling on uneven ground, and I had to go down on the floor because I twisted my ankle, but no injuries, no, absolutely fine. Didn't break my hip or anything like that. So I'm living another day, and it's quite funny really, because having a birthday this close to Christmas, as kids we were always told that we'll get more for Christmas, which wasn't really entirely true. So birthdays to me are just another day. I'm just 1 year older and getting closer to that big 5-0. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling on. So I'm just, oh, by the way, this paint that I'm using, this palette, is White Nights. I really do enjoy using these paints. They're really nice to use, very pigmented, and you can get some nice strong colours from there, as well as the transparency as well. So this is where the fun begins on the trees. I've got my first couple of layers, and now with the rigger brush, the liner brush, whichever one you call it, I'm just placing in a few branches, a few sticks, twigs, all that sort of thing, and it's really fun to do. The reason why I like painting this scene is just the fun with all the different textures. You can mess around with colours. You can see that I've already used my sponge, and then I went into some splattering. So you've just got to be careful with the pigment flying everywhere, getting on your clothes, getting on yourself, and the tablecloth, that sort of thing. But really fun to do, and especially if you're still learning, then this is perfect for me because I am still trying to improve with my painting trees. So this is just practice for me, and just getting some more miles with my brushes and with my paints, just getting them out and having fun using all sorts of different techniques with different brushes. You could see that I was using the Hake brush then, and then I'm back down to a smallish size in mop brush, which I'm fairly happy and confident to use. They just hold really a lot of water, and it allows you to get those big confident brush strokes down, and that's really what it's all about. You just got to have a bit of confidence, just have fun, move quick. If you want your painting to look nice and loose and fluid and full of movement and life, then you want to sort of work at some sort of a time frame. And I said that quite loosely because I just don't like it when I'm asked, well, how long are you going to be doing this painting? We need to do this, we need to go shopping. And I don't like giving times for when I'm going to be finished, but it's a personal thing within me. I just paint and see when I'm done, I'm done. And so just have fun with it, and don't set yourself, I know I've said it before, but you can work to a time limit if you do want to loosen up your paintings. If you're struggling to do that, then maybe it's a good thing, but on the whole, I think it's something you should just switch off, maybe listen to some music, get your headphones on, listen to some music, and just have fun with the pigments and brushes and all that sort of thing. Just try different techniques. You can see just going back to the liner brush now, just to get some, just rough up the foliage and the sort of banking. This is a scene that it's inspired by Daisy Nook, which is just a few, about a mile from where we live. So it's a country park, and there's lots of woods and trees, and there's a nice river running through the middle. So this is a scene based off that. And like I said, I have done this painting before, and this is a scene looking down. So you're looking through the trees across the sort of valley, and yeah, there's just a path going through these trees and into the woods. So it's a really nice place, and I like these sort of scenes. And I just like texture, things like that on in the painting. So I've made the most of this. This is rough paper, £140 rough paper, which is Fabriano Artistico, which I really like using. It gives me a really nice texture. And as I did the trees, you may have seen or noticed that I use the belly of the brush, use the side of the brush, quite a dry brush. So as I'm going up and down, the paint's breaking, and just leaving this nice texture on the trees, and that's given me a sort of real looking tree. Let me know what you think in the comment section, if you like the way these trees are looking, and let me know if there's your sort of technique of painting trees. How do you go about tackling lots of trees and anything like that? Just let me know, drop the comment in the comment section. And also, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really does help me to grow and just be shown to more people, my channel. And so I do appreciate those likes and comments, shares and all that sort of good thing. And I'm just using the belly of the liner brush now, just to get some broken details. I'm not going to go in and do too many details because it's quite a busy scene. There's quite a lot of textures, and I was going to do the banking, sort of put shadows on the top side of the banking where the green is sort of more of a brighter green. I was going to do a banking and a bit of reflections and that sort of thing, but I think it would look a bit too busy. Drop a comment in the comment section if you agree, if you think this would be too busy with anything else. And I was thinking, because in the actual scene itself, Days in Oak, there is a house in the distance, and they do have horses, maybe a little sort of pen for horses. You see the horses running around sometimes, so it's quite a nice scene, and maybe next time I'll get that building in, but I just thought I wanted to keep this as loose as possible. I know it is fairly busy. It's quite a busy scene, quite textured, and so I'm going to leave it as it's looking sort of at the moment. I'm happy to leave things because it is almost going on semi-abstract. I think so, but if you think it does, then drop me a comment, let me know. Yeah, just a nice loose painting, just something nice to get your paints out and your brushes. I realise I've had quite a busy week this week, and I've not done as many videos this week as I wanted to, but it is what it is, I guess. Sometimes we all get busy, and so I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate you watching this video, and I really do hope you like it, hope you find it useful. I'm just going to take the tape off now. Hopefully I don't rip the paper like sometimes I do. But we'll just remove the tape and see what's left. I do like the red in the top left. Just a few red leaves coming in, and there we go. That's one side of the tape gone, nice and easy. Another one, and last one. There we go. And yeah, it's quite a loose scene, quite interesting, I think. The texture on the trees, it does help this one to pop. Quite happy with this one. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know your feedback, any suggestions, anything like that. But that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next. Thanks for watching.